It's Friday night and you know what that means. Sports and entertainment. My name is Joe Saina and I'm joined by future Ballon d'Or winners, in their heads that is, Lotan and Big Will. This is The Score and we will cover transfers, Formula One, the Safari Rally and a bit of entertainment. Remember, hashtag The Score KE, hashtag all day, every day and at KPKs. Let's go. It's been a bumper crazy week with transfers. Funny enough, some guy asked me when we were getting into the studio, why am I in black? I'm in black because again I'm protesting. We are back in pre-season training, but without any signing. Lotan, on the other side, he's just waiting, you know, for Pep to call guys back, and you guys are back into training. Lotan,
yeah.
I know Manchester United is not your cup of tea, but you have to be concerned that until now, even with the pre-season training already happening with Ten Hag, there have been no signings.
Actually, Man United is my cup of tea.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the one team that think that your competition, but in true sense, they are not your competition.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm happy you guys are back. At least I saw pictures of Martial. I saw Eric Ten Hag. I mean, a simple drill.
Yes.
Got over 2,000 comments. So Man United is back.
Van de Beek looked very happy.
Everyone is happy.
Everyone is happy, but I mean, clearly, I would like to know, what is Manchester United's plan? Because there seems to be no activity in terms of signings.
Yeah.
We're hearing a lot of speculation, Frankie de Jong, some guys from Ajax, some guys from Feyenoord. But really, what is the plan at United?
Well, the plan is as simple as him getting the players back to training, first of all. Then secondly, assessing the players that he has. Then thirdly, as we've discovered, De Jong is not the only answer to the squad. We need a left back, we need a right back, we need two center defenders. I mean, we need a whole team as a Manchester United fan. But at the end of the day, I'm not the coach. So all I can do is just hope and pray. And that's something that also Chelsea must do. They must hope and pray that Rafinha is not snapped up by Barcelona.
Yeah, so Chelsea fans thought they had a rich sugar daddy.
Yes.
And he's definitely going to do something for them.
Yeah.
But it looked all said and done up until yesterday,
Yes.
I think sometime this week, I believe, when Deco was spotted having breakfast with Barcelona president, and it became a proper issue. So rumor has it is that Deco is trying to push for a Rafinha move to Barcelona.
All right.
Because at the end of the day, he thinks that his player would have more game time because of the major uncertainties that obviously are at Chelsea. So I think that's definitely one that we need to put our eye on.
Correct. The other bit of it, Big Will, is that Sterling still has that move to Chelsea. So, priority of signing who first, Rafinha or Sterling? Who's getting in through the door first?
I think Raheem Sterling is a certainty. I mean, is a certainty he'll join
Really, man?
Chelsea by then, because the way things are looking like. I mean, first of all, I don't understand why Man City would sell a top player like him to a rival.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me, but hey, at the end of the day, I think he wants more game time. There's a World Cup to be played in November in Qatar, so I think that's why he wants to get more game time. And I think the relationship between him and maybe Pep, maybe at the tail end, has not really worked out very well.
Nah.
Good
Maybe
stuff.
Lotan can have a word on that.
No, I think that simply Sterling is us trying to... Pep is actually overseeing one of the biggest modern day changeovers in football. We're trying to change a whole attack and we're trying to see how we can do it very fluidly. However, I think if Chelsea get Rafinha, Sterling becomes a little bit problematic.
Good stuff,
because
good
we might
stuff.
actually not get him through the door.
You spoke about the World Cup happening in December. And one player who wants to be in the World Cup definitely is Lukaku. And I think we can just say it right now. It's official. Lukaku is at Inter Milan on a season loan worth, I think, £8 million pounds?
10 million.
Yeah,
10 million pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, Sasawa. That move in itself, does it decide who will start for Belgium in Qatar in December, because he wants playing time and he'll get it at Inter Milan.
I don't think there's competition for against him in Belgium.
Yeah.
I think what we need to talk about has to be how trashy Lukaku has been through the door, man. I mean, this man them said how he's been talking to Inzaghi the whole season. If you watch the video of his unveiling, and it was unveiled, I mean, randomly, like at KICC, like on the rooftop, like, as in who gets unveiled?
Hey, man, I don't think I will be on your case.
No, I'm serious, man. Who gets unveiled? Like, but you see, he's been given the jersey number 90.
Yes.
Do you know why?
Yes. Why?
Because that jersey signifies the finesse that Inter did on them. Sold him for 100, took him on loan for 10. So the balance is 90.
The balance is 90. Good stuff. Jesus moves finally to Arsenal. Medical going through. Big Will.
Great deal.
25 goals.
Good move for him.
Great
Good move. I mean, for me, I would say Arsenal are making some very good moves. Unlike some team in Manchester, which clearly has got no plan. Arsenal really know what they want to do. And I think they're going to be a handful for teams in the Premier League this season. That's a smart move by Arsenal.
All right, then. We've been talking about, clubs obviously having these high fees, transfer fees for players. But we can't say the same locally because Kenya Simba had to resort to sponsorship sort of raids, Big Will, to get money to actually go and play with Uganda and
Uganda, Zimbabwe, Senegal, Algeria, Namibia.
In France, correct?
Yes, in France, yes.
So Kenya Simbas received 10 million sponsorship from Teita Sisal Estates to fund their trip to the World Cup qualifiers. So we talked about this last week, and my question is as simple as this. Why isn't the Ministry of Sports coming into this and helping out the rugby team, Big Will? And this also has happened to the Malkia Stars, but we'll get to them in a minute.
Well, I think for me, the sports fund was exhausted. All the money which I think the sports fund had was exhausted. And please
they get the one for the politicians.
And please remember, the sports fund is not primarily sports per se.
Yes.
30-40% of it goes to other ministries, to ministries of health, Ministry of Education. So it's not really a sports fund on its own, like standalone. So that's for you, the sports fund in Kenya.
It makes no sense, Lawton, that we have funds. The sports fund is also divided into the health fund, into the road construction, into politicians and their campaigns. Next thing you know, Manze, one of these presidential aspirants will get another car from the sports fund.
I think I'm going to throw a little bit of spanner in the works and be slightly controversial today because
Please
I feel the last 5 years, the sports has really suffered in this country. And I think whoever is in charge needs a proper audit for us to obviously talk about why is it Harambee Stars are not doing well. I mean, it can be one sport, but it can't be all sports. So I think that's where my problem is.
Especially team sports.
Exactly. So that's where I think my stand is. So somebody needs to check on what is actually happening at the Ministry of Sports.
No, but the good news is that the Simbas traveled. They've arrived in France. They're ready for the game against Uganda. They got that funding from Teita Sisal Estate for 10 million. That means now the technical bench now can go because according to Rugby Africa, they're only going to cater for the 28-man team.
Correct.
The head coach, the team manager, and the physio.
Same thing has happened to Malkia Strikers, whereby Mozart Bet has come through with a 10 million sponsorship fee for them to go for the World Cup in Brazil.
Yes.
Is that correct?
No, it's a
World Cup camp.
It's a training camp in Brazil. Yes. And you see, Mozart Bet had to come through and fund this trip. So, you see, my worry is this, by the way. What if our rugby team goes to the World Cup next year, where they're going to face New Zealand, Italy, and France in Pool A? Now you'll see now the entire Ministry of Sport now will take credit and saying, "Oh, we supported you team, we did it." Yet they didn't even give them a single coin. Remember?
I know what will happen.
I remember the rugby team also when they went for the Currie Cup. It's Friends of Rugby who contributed now to fund. And we're talking about 30 to 40 million to cater for the team to go and play in South Africa. Not even a single coin from the Ministry of Sport.
The other day, one of the aspirants said, "You know what? Once I get in, you'll have free calls to make. You don't have to pay for your airtime." Please, the same promises. Make sure our sports stars get to where they need to go. Not only give them free airtime. When we come back, we'll look at the rugby results and in particular what Maxine did in her first win in the support category. Correct. And we will go further and look at Formula One and what is in store in the British Grand Prix happening at Silverstone. Stay tuned. And we're back. Same as Subaru drivers from Vashal, and fortunately we all made it through. even the Vitz drivers.
Why are you pointing at me?
Trying to imply that
I
drive
drive a big car, guys. I actually drive a big car.
I'm sorry, Lothar and Big Will, future Ballon d'Or Hall of Famers for sure. They have big cars. But, you know, banter aside, the Safari Rally was a very successful weekend and a very successful sporting event whereby Maxine Wahome became the first female driver to win a WRC support round, which is also known as the junior category, dubbed WRC3. Okay, Big Will.
Yes.
I mean, most people were shocked.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Even the likes of Lewis Hamilton obviously came out and said, you know what, congratulations, Maxine, for the win. Rally is not easy, not as Subaru drivers put it.
Yes. Yeah, it's not easy, by the way, and hats off to Ash. She did a very good job. Just finishing, I mean, the rally in Vasha was quite impressive, beating Akina Makreki Mathi, who are more established, who've been taking part in rallies in Croatia and in Sweden. But for her to do that, I mean, more experience. I mean, she's done an excellent job. And now, I think our focus now is to the African Rally, I think, which will be held in Zambia later in the year.
Yeah.
All right then, and obviously the championship, the WRC championship leader, Kale Rvampare, won the overall round with 52 seconds gap.
Yes. Yeah.
Lothar, 52 seconds gap. People will think it's so, you know, it's very short. But in rally, in motorsport, it's a lot.
It's a lot. And you know what? It obviously sums up the whole weekend when it comes to the Toyota Gazoo team. Because they did so well. But I think this just compounds why we are Toyota Nation. Because I mean...
Toyota Nation.
No, I'm just being honest.
We are Toyota Nation, eh?
I mean, become Toyota Nation now.
Yeah, this is not a senseless plug you put in right now.
No, not really. I just remembered how they used to have this branding and say the car in front of you is
always a Toyota.
Yes.
And when they won the rally, I thought to myself, oh, so they probably are the only cars that can survive this terrain. So congratulations to the people that participated in the rally.
Yes.
The only people I think that were the biggest losers as well were vendors.
Vendors.
Oh yeah. I hear guys came with chicken back.
Yeah.
Hey, guys came back with botis, chicken. You're going to sell there, you end up eating your merchandise. You know the way they say don't consume your stuff? Guys were consuming their stuff because everyone was an entrepreneur.
Because I hear that guys carried their mekos, their chicken, their food, so they're just cooking in their motis. I mean, so you vendors come with your goat and everything, and you don't sell, which is quite unfortunate.
And there's a random family that today is gonna be having chicken from Saturday. So,
Fridge chicken, let me tell you. Chicken from Vasha's. But one thing is for certain, the chicken that we won't have is from Silverstone. Because this coming weekend, the British Grand Prix is back at Silverstone. We're talking about a derby between Norris, Lewis, and Russell. Correct. Big Will.
Yes.
What do you think about Silverstone?
Wow, I mean, it's going to be exciting. 150K guys are going to be in the stands from Friday all the way to Sunday. This is going to be epic. This is the home of British sport, man. I mean, the home of British motorsport.
Yeah.
The Silverstone Grand Prix or the British Grand Prix. It's going to be massive. It's going to be big. Last year, we all know what happened last year, that there was a crash between Lewis Hamilton and Verstappen in the opening lap at the Cops Corner. So I don't know. Mercedes are really fancying their chances, so let's wait and see what will happen this weekend.
All right then, we have a couple of stats to do with Silverstone. First of all, the track was built on the site of the World War II airfield and was chosen as the venue for the first Formula One race ever in 1952. So you can imagine, off the back of World War II, the first track for the Formula One and also the first Formula One sort of race in 52 was at Silverstone. So we're talking about a lot of history here. Sasawa, and also it's one of only 4 tracks from the first championship that is still present on the Formula One calendar. We're talking about Silverstone, Monza, Spa, and Monaco. Big Will's favorite track, Monaco. Because nitao, anapata traffic, watu wa boda, Uber guys wakimsumbua.
For the big boys like me.
For the big boys like you.
Yes.
And also in 2021, it was the site of one of the most, not the most, but a gruesome accident whereby Lewis Hamilton clipped the back of Max Verstappen's car as they entered the Cops Corner. Now, the Cops Corner is known as one of the toughest corners in Formula One. So, obviously, when this happened, Verstappen ended up in the barrier, enduring a 51G hit. 51G hit, not 5G, 51G. And having his championship lead slashed to only 8 points. Big Will,
Yes.
I'll throw this back to you. That crash in itself was horrendous for Verstappen.
Yeah, and,
But-
and it really set the tone for the rest of the championship. Remember that these two guys were going neck and neck, and it actually went all the way to Abu Dhabi, and Lewis was robbed of the championship. But from this incident in Silverstone a year ago, it set the tone for the remainder of the year. And those two drivers don't like each other, by the way. And from that, I mean, we had a ding-dong of a championship all the way to December.
What do you think about the G's in Formula One?
Well, I think these cars are quite fast. They are, the aerodynamics and the concepts in these cars is just world class. And this year, of course, we've had new regulations, the bouncing, the porpoising, and everything. So I think the drivers are well protected with what they have in the car, with the safety.
Yeah.
So even you see when last year Max, he crashed. He went to hospital, was assessed, and within a couple of weeks he was good to go back on the track. So
Good stuff.
Safety is paramount in motorsport.
Like they say, in motorsport, it's all or nothing. We just never knew to go back to football. Because the trailer for Arsenal, all or nothing, is out. I'm telling you, if you want to watch box office sports documentary, you can't miss out on this. Lotan,
Yeah, man.
can you imagine how it starts? With the first 3 games, the first lost 3 games as the trailer.
Yeah, I watched it, and to be honest, I loved it because first of all, the whole All or Nothing series gives you an opportunity to obviously witness what happens behind the scenes when it comes to some of this, the emotion behind a football game.
You know, I'm very surprised you're very subtle about Arsenal.
No, not really. It's just that I'm looking at it from the angle of it would have been horrendous if they didn't end up in Europe. But I think the fact that they made Europa League, they have something to show. And the only thing that United fans need to be scared
I knew this is coming back to United.
There's a guarantee episode on beating United. There is a guarantee episode.
So correct, the guarantee episode.
You guys gave them the content they needed. So you need to be telling us, are you ready?
Are we ready for that episode? We are ready for that episode. Big Will, some of the pointers of the season itself or of the documentary itself. First of all, it's Shaka refusing the armband.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, at that point we knew he'll never be captain again.
Yes.
But trust Arsenal to put him back as captain. The Aubameyang drama.
Yes.
Nyash. I'm sorry, Big Will.
That was major because
Nyash is a supporter. We'll get him on radio, and trust me, there's too much noise about it.
I mean, him leaving at the middle of the season to join Barcelona just clearly caught everyone unawares. But I think he had burnt his bridges with Arteta, and I think it was a win-win situation for both teams.
And then, obviously, the inevitable, throwing away the Champions League slot.
Oh yeah, I mean,
That will be the last episode. You're guaranteed.
yeah. But I feel like what we have here is banter. I feel this is banter. So if you're an Arsenal fan, forgive us. We just had to look for our own topics. But anyway, yeah, I think that's one pain point that every Arsenal fan would never want to look back on. I mean, finishing a point behind Spurs, they were leading at 14 points at one point in the season. So I think definitely that's a pain point for all of them. Yeah, they almost made it, man.
Good stuff.
Almost made it.
Like he said, they almost made it. It's all or nothing. It's the Arsenal documentary. But when we come back, there's a documentary of our own in studio because last time, Big Will lost big time in our trivia. Let's see if it's either be 2-0 or can he scrape a 1-1. The kings of draws, Big Will, aka Liverpool, when we come back. And we're back. Remember, hashtag all day, every day. Hashtag the score KE at KeepItKiss is where we are at. My name is Josine and I'm joined by Lotan and Big Will. 2 future Hall of Famers in their minds and maybe Ballon d'Or winners one day.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'll take that.
Absolutely.
You'll take that?
Yes.
Any day of the week, huh?
Yes.
City's about to have a Ballon d'Or winner. I'm just saying. I'll take
All
it.
right then, let's see first of all if we can get through the requirement phases to be a Ballon d'Or winner.
Okay.
And this is the entertainment bit of it. It's trivia time. Now, last time Big Will lost, and I hope this time you won't lose again.
We lost narrowly.
Hey,
still
Liverpool,
lost.
you
One
still
point.
lost, man.
We lost narrowly.
Stop being a Liverpool guy so much. Narrowly.
Okay.
So again, it's a set of questions for both of them,
Right.
and at the end of the session, we'll know who is the winner. Now,
Right.
we made them a bit easier just in case it was a bit too hard for Big Will. Okay. Let's go. Question number 1, and this goes to Lotan.
Oh,
With
okay.
which team did Michael Jordan win 6 titles? With which team did Michael Jordan win 6 titles?
That's so easy, man.
Big
Come
Will,
on.
it is not your turn. It is not your
Wait,
turn.
pull up, man.
Come
Hey,
on. I'll give you options.
VAR, man.
I'll give you options. Okay. So with which team did Michael Jordan win 6 titles? Was it with the Brooklyn Nets, the Phoenix Suns, the Los Angeles Lakers, or the Chicago Bulls?
Oh, it has to be Bulls, man.
It has to be
Chicago Bulls.
Chicago Bulls.
Piece of cake,
Correct.
Piece of cake.
He won 6 titles with Chicago Bulls, and there's.
I can't even name the years he even won.
Wait. Why are you being a politician?
Just
man?
get your 3 points.
Let's see if we get the 3 points. How many players are there in a cricket team? Big Will. How many players are there in a cricket team? Are they 5, 7,
This one is easy.
9, or 11?
This one's so easy, man.
What?
5, 7, 9, or 11.
Yes.
Should be, I think, the 11.
Correct.
That's a
11 players in a cricket team.
Oh, I don't like the next
So now we're 1-1. Let's go. In which US state does the Daytona 500 race take place, Lotan?
What the heck?
Daytona 500. Okay.
I know
Is it in Ohio, Florida, California, or Oregon? Now, no whispering and no asking for assistance.
Is it?
Is it Ohio,
Ohio,
Florida,
Daytona 5.
California, or Oregon?
I'll say Oregon.
Can I answer? Can I answer?
No, you can't answer. Wait.
You gave your answer already.
Florida.
You're still wrong.
You're still
on
wrong.
both. First of all, you started in Shags, then you went to Naive, and either way, you're wrong. The correct answer
Is Ohio.
is Florida.
What do you mean? Daytona 500?
Yes. How can you be in Ohio?
Daytona is in Ohio, you guys, bana.
It's not in Ohio.
Okay, all right.
It's in Florida.
Okay.
It's either I'm wrong or the producer is wrong. Either way, can you kuchoma to choma the house down?
Okay.
Okay. So Florida it
They
is.
just threw Jeff under the bus. Jeff was busy.
All right, Big Will.
Yes.
Who was the first gymnast to be awarded a perfect score of 10 at the Olympic Games?
Yes.
Is it Nadia Comensi, Simon Bales, Gabby Douglas, or Olga Korbut? And this happened in the 76 Montreal Olympics.
Piece of cake, Nadia Comenci.
Correct.
Yay! Woo, woo!
Yo,
So who you
these questions need to have an age gap. You can't ask 76 questions. Not fair.
Well, the next one, if you don't know whether it has an age gap or not, is it's a timeless. Okay. Who is the Premier League's all-time goal scorer?
Alan Shearer.
That's a piece of...
I need to give out the options.
That's so easy.
Alan Shearer.
Who is the Premier League's all-time goal scorer? Is it Sergio Aguero? Is it Thierry Henry? Is it Wayne Rooney or Alan Shearer?
Alan Shearer.
Correct. It is Alan Shearer. Alan Shearer had a massive 260 goals in the Premier
That's so
League.
easy.
I don't know.
Big
man.
Will, the
Yes,
last one.
yes.
It's brilliant for you.
Yes.
I mean, you talk about you being a sports fanatic.
Yes.
And a connoisseur of sports.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
let's go through this.
Yes.
What is the only sport to be played on the moon?
What do you mean the only sport we played on the moon? Seriously? There's no sport played on the moon, by the way.
What is the only sport to be
Answer
played on the
the
moon?
question.
I'll give you I'll give you the options.
Yes.
Is it golf? Is it rugby? Is it snooker or table tennis?
Oh my God.
Are you serious, by the way?
I'm serious. Why would I mess with you, bro?
Me, I know.
Wait. Why would I
But
mess
I'm
with you?
producer, me, I'm ready.
This is Big Will's question.
Wait, why are you
Let-
looking
let-
at the question?
No, let me go with D, since Logan was going with D.
No, table tennis.
How do you
No.
set up a table tennis in the moon?
How?
So you can have a table by there and play table tennis.
Listen,
Okay,
wait.
Let's see if Lotte.
Wait,
Okay,
pull up,
let me answer it. Let me
pull
answer it
up
again.
first.
Golf.
No, he's gotten it wrong.
No.
First of all, he's gotten it wrong. And this is the tiebreaker. Because you're on 2-2.
Yeah.
The answer is golf.
Even me, I said golf.
No, I say golf.
So the answer is golf.
And I win.
Alan Shepard, a NASA astronaut, famously snuck a golf club onto Apollo 14, Big Will, and played golf on the moon.
This is
All right.
my
So as it stands right now, it is a draw between Big Will and Lotan. That means Each of them have won 1 round each. So the decider will be next week.
No, the fans need to vote.
What do you mean? It's not a voting process.
Popularity contest now.
It's not that, bro. It's a draw between the both of you. So now we go straight into the last one, which will be next week. Then from there, we'll know what's happening. But I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself because today you really gone on and about that it was unfair. We have rugby happening this weekend. Okay. And the World Cup qualifier between Kenya versus Uganda is happening in France, neutral ground. Who do you think will take it?
Yeah, you can't ask me about Kenya and Uganda. I support Uganda. There's no way I support you.
He's not Ugandan.
No, he's not Ugandan, yeah. But at the end of the day, are you looking at it from a nationalist point of view or the strengths of each team?
I don't care about how strong they are.
You don't care?
I don't care. There's only one result here. Kenya is going to take over the Champs-Elysees, man. We need to win this one.
All right, then. And in the same weekend, Big Will,
yes,
the Dallas Sevens are happening in Kisumu.
In Kisumu, yes.
Talk us through that.
This is winning.
It's going to be interesting. You know, we've had 3 different winners so far of the circuit. We had
Daystar to win.
KCB winning in at the Kabeberi Sevens. We had Strathmore winning the Christie Sevens. And then we had Mwamba winning at the Driftwood Sevens. So to make this event even much more spicy, or this circuit much more spicy, I think if Homeboys or Oilers, especially Oilers, can win this event this weekend, man, it's going to throw the cat amongst the pigeons.
Why are you throwing away his Daystar?
Yeah.
He's been screaming Daystar the whole time in Homeboys.
My alma mater, man, is doing well.
Yeah, but he also has Homeboys also in it, by the way.
So yeah, by the way, so no, because you have Daystar in Homeboys. Where does your heart go?
Okay, Daystar. So it's going to be interesting, by the way, in Kisumu.
Your boss had you say Daystar.
You can edit up. You can cut that up. But yeah, let's continue.
Yeah, but Daystar also doing very well. Playing very good rugby in the Sevens circuit. I think they have the top try scorer so far.
Oh,
yes.
Good stuff, good stuff. And also there'll be rugby internationals on Saturday. We'll have Japan versus France at 9 a.m. New Zealand versus Ireland at 10.
Big game.
We'll also have Australia versus England. Good
Huge
God,
game.
What
Huge
a game.
game, by the way.
At 12:55. That will be at Twickenham.
No.
Sorry, it's on Australia. Sorry. And then we'll have South Africa versus Wales at 6 p.m.
Pretoria.
And then we'll crown it off in the evening. Argentina versus this Scotland at 10:10 p.m. Keyword 10:10 p.m.
So that means, man, you can enjoy rugby from 10 in the morning till...
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Yeah, from
9
to 10.
midnight, yes.
Yeah.
You've got the internationals, you've got Kenya playing Uganda at 4 p.m. in France. Actually, for the next 3 weekends, it's rugby.
Big Will.
Yes.
Japan versus France. Who do you think is taking this? 9 a.m. in the morning, Saturday.
In Tokyo.
Yes, in Tokyo.
France to win.
France to win.
Yes.
Away.
Yeah. Hey, France are on a hot streak right now. They're the number 2 ranked team in the world.
Correct. All right then. And New Zealand versus Ireland, Lawton, 10.
I'd say it's a difficult game, but I think New Zealand...
It's difficult for who?
For Ireland. No, both teams are really good when it comes to this particular sport, but I think New Zealand will obviously take pole in this one.
Wow, pole, bro.
Did you see what I just did there?
It was Subaru of Ashes. And then, Big Will, we have Australia versus England.
The 2 old enemies meeting. Wow, that's a good game, man.
Yeah.
I would tip it to Australia.
Okay, Australia to win
narrowly.
Yes. Against the England. Yeah. All right then. Then, Lawton, we have South Africa versus Wales at 6 p.m.
Yeah, African brothers, man. We need to support you guys.
The world champions.
The world champions. So I think South Africa are going to get this
South
one.
Africa.
But I see Wales mounting a proper challenge. But I think South Africa will have more than
this will be played where?
In Pretoria. Yeah, Loftus
Correct.
Versfeld. But I think Wales also without some of their big name players. So I think South Africa will win. And they'll win this series 3-0.
Good
All
stuff.
3 games are going to be won by South Africa.
All right then. And then the last one, Big Will, we have Argentina versus Scotland. The Pumas.
Scotland, Argentina.
No,
I'll give it to
Scottish.
Argentina. I'll give it to Argentina.
You give it to Argentina.
Yeah.
because of their uniform.
The uniform.
Well, he says because of the uniform because it looks like
They all wear
Man City.
blue.
It looks like the Man City uniform.
And City are signing an Argentine player.
Hey, plugging in. Hey, Chief. All right, then that has been the score. My name is Joe Saina, and I've been joined by future Ballon d'Or winners Lawton and Big Will in the building. Remember, hashtag the score KE, hashtag all day, every day, and we're live on Kiss. So please, keep it Kiss. Until next time, sports and entertainment is what we do on a Friday night. See ya.